What is up everyone, I'm the Ants3 and welcome to my new series, Class Setups for Call of Duty Ghost. Now with this series, it will help you experiment with new weapons, test out new classes, and above all, get better at Call of Duty Ghost and improve your game. I will also include my own tips, tricks, and strategies that can help you get better and stay alive longer, along with other additional information that could be helpful. So other than that, let's just go ahead and get started. Now if you've already created a soldier and turned him into a marksman, then this class should be very easy to make. What you will need is the MR-28, one of my personal and favorite weapons that is very helpful and accurate to use. And what you will need is the thermal sight and the suppressor. With these combined, you can basically turn the MR-28 into an assault rifle and a sniper rifle whenever you want. Just use the reflex sight for close range and the thermal sight for long range whenever you're going to snipe people from afar. And what you will also need is an IED and a motion sensor. With these two, you'll be able to have your back covered whenever enemies are going to try to attack you from behind or flank you. Another thing to do is to make sure you use it only once if you're going to camp, because if you use it more than once when you're going to camp multiple times, then it's not really going to be effective. I wouldn't highly recommend it. As a side note, these are the perks that you will be using. They're very helpful when you're going into close quarter encounters and at long distances when you're going to try to become accurate and to focus a little more, especially with the focus perk. And you will also want to use a specialist package if you are going to stay alive and want to try to go for KEMs and all of that. But if you prefer going for regular kill streaks like assault and support, then that's completely up to you. One of my best strategies to say is to put IEDs in spots where you know that enemies are going to be attacking from, and to put motion sensors in places where you least expect enemies to go to, because at some point one or the other will go off, and if they hit and miss your enemy, you can always just go back and be prepared to attack them and get the kills. Now an alternative to the class would be to turn the MR-28 into an assault rifle, and mostly a battle rifle. And what you will need is the muzzle brake, the 3-round burst, and the red dot sight. With these three combined, you'll be able to kill enemies a lot faster if you're aiming from the chest up, or it's anywhere in the torso. It only varies depending on how far you kill them, but the muzzle brake is supposed to increase your damage at long range, so it shouldn't really be a problem. And the 3-round burst is supposed to be very effective. You will have a secondary with you, and it's the PDW, and I prefer using the PDW because with this 3-round burst, it is very effective at close range. Now what you'll need your secondary for is that when you go mobile and are trying to, go into building to building, especially when you know that enemies are going to be there at close quarters, the PDW is the perfect for eliminating enemies at close range, and practically any other pistol, especially stuff like the Magnum and everything, would be very effective too. So use the PDW for close range, and you'll also need an IED, but take note that an IED has a bit of a delay every time you throw it out, like a half-second delay, and whenever you throw it out, just wait like half a second, and then when someone steps on it, you'll know that it explodes and it will make the kill. The perks that you have here are going to help you try to improve your accuracy when using a battle rifle, and to help you try to stay alive when you're going and building with the PDW and encounter enemies at close range. So just try to be careful when using this class. Just try not to rush. I suggest taking your time with it and try to use it for objective play, but if you're doing stuff like team deathmatch, just try to stay close to your teammates and try to eliminate your enemies from a distance. But like I said before, go into buildings and use the PDW. It always works and is very effective. So this is about it for this episode, and I really hope that it was helpful and it can improve your game, and I'm pretty sure it can. So other than that, I'm going to be making more episodes eventually with more class setups and different weapons to try out, especially with new DLC content that's coming our way. And that's about it for now. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.